Alright, so David Tennant, I've always liked his acting. He's always been good, and in the past he has played some really nasty characters. And when you watch it, sometimes you forget he was the most lovable Doctor of them all in the Doctor Who franchise. So of course, seeing him in this movie, Bad Samaritan, I had to just check it out and see what it was. And it also stars one of the actors that's in the Umbrella Academy just now. I think he's the one that talks to the dead ones. And it starts off with two thieves that kind of drives the car, and for the restaurant. But while they're in having a meal, they go home and they have while they're having a meal, they drive home using the sat nav in the car and rob the place. But this time, one of them unfortunately uncovers that the person that they've driven home with is actually some serial killer. And they find a woman tied up in the house, so terrified that he can't leave. Now it's been given a lot of ratings, I believe, on the cover. So I was definitely excited to see this, because I love these sort of psycho murder things and stuff like that. And to see David Tennant being this mad ass and taking out and playing manipulative games and stuff like that was an exciting prospect for me. But for me, the cops just seemed a wee bit too dumb. Like, the boy has just came in and confessed that there's a girl, shows her the picture of the woman tied up, and really they just think he's wasting his time because of some sort of maybe misdemeanors in his past, so he doesn't take them serious. And then when he goes to the FBI and he finds that he believes that they're not really listening to him there. Meanwhile, David Tennant's character gets the idea that he can manipulate these people. Instead of just killing them, he can somehow teach them a lesson, get them under his control. Control freak. He wants to train them. For some weird reason, during his childhood, he was meant to train a horse, and when he was trying to train a horse and couldn't do it, he lost his rag and got a whip and incidentally killed the horse, and then killed the trainer, and started a psychotic pathway to what he became, with women tied up and teaching them I don't know what, but they end up all dead. And the story is fine and everything else, but for me it just lacked the pulling power, and at the end it just seemed a bit rushed. The music in it was definitely bad. Again, the FBI is standing outside the gates because they're waiting for a search warrant, and it kind of, after watching the documentary on Making a Murderer, I've totally lost any sort of faith in the justice system and the police force. When you want them, they won't come, and when you don't want them, they're there and everything else. And probably that's like everywhere just now. But again, it was kind of weird because as well you had the serial killer played by a Scotsman, and the boy is Irish in an American film. Kind of weird, good combo, but it just, for me, it just lacked that. But if you feel any different, please let me know. So of course you're wondering what kind of thumb score I'm going to give this. That, it's in the middle. Didn't satisfy me enough to get that, and it didn't really, made me boring to go like that. So it's like that. So if you've got a film that you want me to check out, please let us know in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and again, check the trailer out in the description.